It is with great sadness that we are here today sharing some memories with each other of my mother Anne. She was born in China in 1931 in the small village of Tiensam, which is still there today, just 2 kilometres from the slightly larger village of Guiliang, where her future husband Tom was born. Interestingly, Mum didn't know Dad until they met in New Zealand and married after an introduction process. Even though their villages were just 20 minutes walk apart, Mother was never allowed to visit Guiliang because it was considered taboo. She had to face enormous challenges in life, not made any easier by the lack of educational opportunities.
I was 7 and grandmother thought I was too young to start school. Being a girl, they think I don't need much education.
At the age of 8 years old, Anne and her brother Alan and her mother left their village for New Zealand. Their journey started by walking 150 kilometres to Hong Kong, right in the middle of the Japanese invasion. There was anarchy, damaged infrastructure, no trains, buses or cars. Only rickshaws, one of which carried Alan and a few possessions. Anne and her mother walked alongside all the way to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, they waited a while for the immigration processing before embarking on their trip to New Zealand.
When I was in Hong Kong, I was 8 and just had 1 month of schooling. The trip from Hong Kong to Sydney, and we were on a cargo boat. It took 3 weeks, and I was on the bottom of the deck, and I was sick all the way. From Sydney to Auckland was another 4 days, and we were on a better ship. I think we were on the Wonganwilla, a much better ship, more comfortable.
Mother had to learn a new language as well, as did my father, with interesting results.
When we got engaged, Tom used to write quite a few letters to me, and then his spelling is not very good, and instead of he's supposed to write darling, he said daring, and then I somehow left the letters behind. Kath and Rachel got hold of it, and they read it, and they had a great laugh out of it.
Raising a family as an immigrant in a new country poses a huge challenge, one which she took on board and successfully accomplished. Even her husband and mother-in-law were impressed.
Tom and his mother was very impressed with me because I made my whole bridal gown by myself, and I was only 18 and at the same time working in the shop. So I think I gave them a good impression.
Although Mother has a sense of humour, it's her serious nature that comes through most of the time. In 1971, I spent 3 weeks making a clock from the MM5314 clock chip. When I'd finished, I proudly took this into the kitchen where she was making dinner to show her this clock. Her first words were, "Where's the hands?" My mother would have been very pleased and honoured to see that you all could make it here today to share in this sad event with us, as it was her family and friends who were the most important focus in her life. It was also your continued support, well wishes and prayers which were so valuable to her in her final weeks. And now, some final few words from my mother, Anne.
Yeah, we had a good life and we enjoyed going visiting overseas, and we work hard, but we do enjoy ourselves when we go away and have a good time. And as a result, we both had a reasonably good life, and we have good times and some not so good time, of course, but that's quite normal. So, in the whole, the families, we have quite a good family relationship with my children and my brother and sisters, and on the whole, I really think I've done very well, and we always have good time together. When we get together, we have good talks and have happy times.